Come vape with me. I'm totally sick of this camera. This is the second time I'm doing this and I lose all my enthusiasm. I'm in the middle of vacuuming my house and I started tidying up, and it occurred to me I would make this movie to tell you how my vaping has grown and grown and grown. I started off with one little device, a little electronic cigarette that came in a box, just an e-cig box. One box in which there was a charger, a wall charger, and a computer charger on a little USB stick, and some cartomizers. That's how we began, in one small box. But things have changed. I had to expand my storage capacity. And so I found this is a very nice little grass box. And inside is all my stuff. And so that was the next size up. In my grass box I could keep all my e-liquids, I could keep cartomizers, I could keep blister packs of spare cartomizers, spare charging devices, and everything seemed to fit in there. It did overflow a bit into this funny little bowl. I don't know how that happened. It's just I was sick of my devices rolling off the table. And I have collected other useful things like my fork, my beaded fork, which is wonderful for just popping bungs out of cartomizers. I always fill the carts by using this system, the little condom from the end of the cartomizer. I fill it and just plunge the cartomizer in there. I find that the quickest way. So I've tried to keep my vaping simple and confined. This basket I can actually lock, believe it or not, and it doesn't look too bad sitting next to me on the table here where I sit most of the time. There's nobody else in my house, so I don't have to lock it. Whatever happens in this house stays the same until I come back to it. I'm really enjoying that actually. Having had 5 kids, total chaos and pandemonium, this ability to be serene and have loads of time to do my own thing is an absolute joy. But back to how vaping grows. I started with one little device. I then got an ego, so then we had more plugs. I bought a 5-volt wall plug so I wasn't charging on my computer. And so the vaping grew because I had more equipment. Then I got my Elegance from Cloud9. That came in a box, more wall plugs, more computer USB charging devices, and that just managed to fit in my grass basket box until yesterday. Oh, and let me tell you, you also need things like tissues and wipes, because I'm always wiping my fingers or blowing through cartomizers into tissues. You need lots of sort of cleaning stuff around you as well. And I think it's important to wash hands because the e-liquid is an absorbent chemical, and if you have it all over your hands, you're ingesting the nicotine from the e-liquid. So then my beautiful Elegance came, and it just managed to squeeze itself and all its plugs and everything else and its cartomizers, which of course are quite different, into my grass box. But yesterday I went somewhere and I met people who are real vapors. They don't walk around with little grass boxes like I do. They have great toolboxes full of equipment. Toolboxes that can be locked safely and kept secure. When I came home yesterday after spending the day with real vapors and not newbies like me, I thought I need a bigger container. So I have a new container to contain all the vaping stuff, which of course now has grown even more because I've got something to show you in another video. But I have to store all these things. This is a different system. So guess what? We have different plugs, different computer plugs, different charging devices, all sorts of more equipment. My little grass box is no good anymore. I have now got this. I've got a ruddy grey suitcase, and it has the ability to be locked securely with a very small padlock, which I shall go out and buy after I've vacuumed my house. So while I was tidying up all this stuff, I thought I'd show you what I've got and tell you that I'm very worried that in the not too distant future I'll have to have a whole room dedicated to my vaping. Oh, I've got something else. The postman just arrived and he brought me my 250 cards that I've just had done. They were a free offer. Of course, nothing's ever free. You pay for the postage. But these cards say Vaping Point on YouTube, that I'm an ex-smoker, that I promote vaping and electronic cigarettes, which I do, and it's got my email address on it. So instead of having to write things down on the back of serviettes or on the back of menus, I've now got my own card that I can dish out to anybody that I have been impressing with how wonderful vaping is. Thanks for vaping with me.